Evelyn to Philip, Tuesday, March 16, 1943, 10:45 a.m. My own, your Saturday letter reached me this morning, and I've read and reread it many times. Guess that $5 will buck you up. I too am becoming more impatient and lonesome, and my thoughts are constantly of you. I want you so much. This morning, for no apparent reason, my face, neck, arms, and knees became a fiery red. I felt no ill effects except a bit of dizziness and an awful burning sensation, as if I had been overexposed to the sun. My skin felt parched and hot. I laid down, and about 15 minutes later, it had disappeared completely. I became frightened, but finally managed to control myself, as I knew Mom would get excited. It's raining today, but if it's nice tomorrow, or maybe on the weekend, I intend to see Dr. Gale with Adele, and then I'll ask him about it. I'm perfectly okay at the moment. Jack and Glo came home early last night. Jack got a wristwatch from his brother-in-law. It's shockproof, waterproof, and every kind of proof, and he got it for $30. It's 17 jewels, round yellow gold case, and was made up by his brother-in-law. It has a heavy brown leather strap. Jack N. expects to be deferred on account of dependency. He claims that $20 per month, page 2, is not sufficient for his mother's upkeep. He expects a 3A. Jack S. intends to appeal on that very reason. Things such as these make me feel terribly disgusted. 7:30 p.m. The Browns can't use their car. They didn't drain out all the water and something cracked and they need a new motor. Was Milton disappointed? We're going there tomorrow night. Got your Sunday letter too. Sweeter and sweet. Gosh, but I love you, sweet. Mom and I cleared out the closet in the kitchen and washed all the dishes. I bought new paper. It's very attractive, red and white with black Scotty dogs on it. Getting ready for Passover. I've also written a letter regarding our checks. Hope they come through soon. So you're to be in charge of all the work, huh? Well, all I can say is keep up the good work and maybe you'll soon have a rating. Do you realize that it's 3 weeks since we saw each other? It seems like ages and ages. Hope you'll soon be seeing your Evie. P.S. Flash. The Browns got a mechanic for a few dollars and he fixed the car. Milton will be here till Sunday. I love you. Philip to Evelyn, Tuesday, March 16th, 10 a.m. My sweet, there isn't much doing today, so I thought that rather than sit and twiddle my thumbs, I would write to you. Just what I'm going to write is beyond me, but maybe I'll think of something as I go along. It rained all last night, but this morning the sun came out, and right now it's very nice out of doors. I'm just about caught up with my service records, and very little remains to be done to bring them up to date. Last night I stayed in barracks for a change and got a few hours extra sleep, which is always useful. 1 p.m. I had to interrupt this until I cleaned up some incoming work, which took until lunchtime. In the meantime, I received your big Sunday letter. After lunch, I relaxed on my bunk while I read your letter twice. It was so good to lay there and let you talk to me of your rather busy weekend. Again, I want to apologize for the embarrassment I caused you on Saturday. I should have known from your reluctance to do better that the gang was around and hanging on your every word. You sound just as I feel, baby. I miss you more than I have words to tell. You know by now, yesterday's letter, just how slim my chances are for getting home, and it's not easy to take. It has changed my attitude from hopeful anticipation to hopeless longing. It wasn't nearly so bad when I could count the minutes until I could come home to you. Now, well, there's just no point in counting. The desire to see you, to be with you, is so strong that it obliterates any other thoughts I might, page 2, ordinarily have. And without any hope of seeing you, I'm just a dead pigeon. Life itself is meaningless without you, my dearest darling. If money were no object, I'd ask you to take Adele and come to Columbus, but quick. I'm constantly scheming ways and means to make this possible, but without success. This state of affairs doesn't hurt me nearly so much now as it will later when I'm overseas. Then I'll probably kick myself all over the place because I couldn't find a way to keep my babies with me until the last possible moment. And the time grows shorter with the passing days. It would not be too far-fetched to suppose that 6 or 7 weeks hence will find us separated by thousands of miles rather than hundreds. That is why it is so maddening to be apart when I feel I am wasting the happiness that could be mine these last precious weeks. If I could only see a way. I never felt so helpless in my life. No, Chippy, I don't have a rating yet, but I expect to have at least one stripe sometime in April. The way ratings are handed out here is a puzzle to behold. No one, not even the men who get them, knows exactly why, how, or on what basis they are adjudged. For that reason, I can't very well count on anything. Don't think any the less of me for it, sweet, because better and more useful men in the company are still buck privates, while others, not nearly as deserving, I say this without prejudice, have had their PFC and corporal chevrons for a few months now. I can only plug along and hope for the best. That goes for everything. This about winds me up for today, honey, especially since anything else I might write would, of necessity, be forced. Everything pales to insignificance beside the enormity of my missing and wanting and needing you. I could write page after page on this subject because it is the only subject in my heart and mind. But enough is enough. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Angel. A kiss for Adele. My love to all, from your Phil.